all of you for coming out to this event this year, 2018. This is the third Voices and Visions that Guardian Scholars has had, and we just appreciate this every time because this event means so much to us.
This is an event to empower and educate foster youth. So the theme of the evening is Love It, and you might have seen that throughout all of our gallery, and you will be hearing that throughout all of the poems that will be spoken today. All of our performers are all foster youth advocates and foster youth themselves. Donations are welcomed and will be accepted throughout the night. Each college has their own personal table for their own donations. We also have gallery outside, which is another portion of our event. We want to thank you all for coming to attend. So a couple housekeeping for the night is we want to give you all a trigger warning. Some of the topics that will be brought up might make people a little bit sensitive. It might tug at your heartstrings a bit. Be prepared for that. We kind of bring up a lot of emotions. We're good at that. But don't be afraid to take a moment outside, or just remember that self-care is always very, very important, okay? And we encourage that throughout this entire safe space. Also, we want to make sure that all of your phones are silenced or put on vibrate. Please make sure you do that. It's going to be a very intimate setting, so we really don't want one of your phones going off and maybe making one of our artists a little uncomfortable. So we want to be respectful of everyone coming up to the stage and all of our audience that is listening as well. Also, snapping and clapping is acceptable. For the poetry community, snapping is a way of agreeing with other people. So if you snap, it's completely acceptable.
Feel free to express however you want to go. If you don't want to snap, clap. If you don't want to clap, stand up.
Or you want to say something.
Whatever you feel like you want to do. It's free. This is freedom of speech for everybody.
And it's a safe environment, so we want to make sure that that's very clear to everyone. And lastly, we'd like to recognize some important folks from the Riverside Community College District, UC Riverside. First is the Riverside Community College District Chancellor, Wolves at ESOC. So we want to give a big Second person we would like to acknowledge is Vice Chancellor Tommy Smith. Will you please stand? Next, we would also like to acknowledge UCR's Dean of the College of Humanities, Arts, and Social Sciences, Milagros Peña. Shout out Chad Majors. Chad. Last but not least, we also have a representative present from George Medina's office. The interim assistant of vice chancellor and dean of students. We would also like to give a big thank you. One of our former foster youth advocates popped in today. He was a performer last year, and he joined the U.S. Army, so he came in for the weekend to come and support his fellow youth. Marco Romero, please stand. So now we will be having our first performer up, which is Audrey Brandon.
You know, you're frustrated when you reflect on the past, looking back at the days of family which you thought you had. When you feel you're that wasted space, those moments in your mind you're stuck trying to erase. Yeah, I get that. Every day, 24/7. But it didn't take long to realize no, we're getting to that heaven. I'm not lost because the piece on my edge is wrong. And when I felt I found my place, on my edge was wrong. Some adults were born in the case of severe dyslexia. They pay no attention to people choose colors like they have dementia. But in the 90s, puzzles went out of date. But pieces off the family table was that bit too late. Stuck in our own mind of convenience. Don't know the definition of appreciate. I'm not lost because the piece on my edge is wrong. So under that family table, they play their games on. Traded debit cards for that brand new foster child label. Puzzle pieces didn't come with timers. I guess they needed a magnifying glass to see the bigger picture. Claim they knew where this piece belonged. People told me to trust me where they placed me, treating me like a pencil and scratch paper they could just erase me. But in the end, it's my fault. I did it. I let life sweep me like a wonderful child, when I could have been better lying on that floor. They never looked at it in a while. But in the end, I thank them for sweeping under the rug, because I learned what's real and what's really enough. I learned the difference between avoiding a problem or fixing it. I can help others in their beautiful pictures are missing it. How to be a role model and help someone up when they're down. Help them feel comfortable when they're on the stone cold ground.
So next up, we have, this is Ashmi Wilson. She is just such a magnificent being, and I'm so grateful that she agreed to do this. She is like my prodigy. I swear I adore her so much, so I'm so glad to announce her, and I hope you all enjoy.
I start puffing to get some clarity. I bounce back to reality from solidarity. I had to travel to the moon, get a different view. Keep my distance from the crew, try a different move. And burn my instance may be saved on it if you day. Cleanse my space from toxic ways, I'm in a different place. You call me an asshole, honestly I'm spiritual. Unpredictable, my partner labeled egotistical. The more you know in life, the crazier you look. The more you look away, the more I know you should. The more you come my way, the more I know you look. The stupidness today, I keep my head in books. Ancient spirit practice is a way of life. And in the end, I'm dynamite. I know my destined height. I'm a freaking star, most these people know it. I'm humbled by the light, I never got to show it. I'm a stone cold healer. Yeah. I've been coasting through this. I've been coasting through this storm for quite a while now. Mentally, I stay working. Look at the time now. Mind over productive. Nobody's discussing. Any fake they have in me, it's just a lot of fussing. But I be like, yeah, it's alright. I look up towards the sun and I appreciate my life. It's a blessing to be alive. I've struggled with my soul, but I became a source of light. I know what I freaking love. I got issues, but that ain't what they be here for me. And when you looking in my eyes, then what you seeing is deep and indestructible. You'll never bring me down in the streets, cause I believe if I could be anything I want to be. That's what shows no impossible. I am that pot of gold. I'm writing that art, passing through my obstacles. I got this. It's in my freaking blood. Nothing really to watch mom go through the struggle.
Title, I finally found love. What was I supposed to do now without a mother or a father? Now I have been placed in foster care. What was I supposed to call her? Mother or stepmother? No. I just wanted to be a runner in the middle of the summer. Run away and let the summer heat burn my traces. What a bummer. On to the third foster home. I go. I'm just another child trying to find comfort. God, do you hear me or see me crying myself to sleep at night? I am trying, and you're probably smiling, but your timing is perfect. God has perfect timing. Never early, never late. It takes a little patience and a whole lot of faith, but it's worth the wait. Now I'm up for adoption. Like if I'm an option, will I be the lucky one to receive love? Now the Cortez family have the option. In a weird way, they held the power of love, just wanting to be held and hugged. Thank God they said yes. I finally found love, the good kind of love, the unconditional love.
Thank you for sharing that. That was good to my soul. Next, we're going to have a person who literally matches or surpasses my energy. I never ever thought could happen. This person, she just does it all. From the moment I met her, she's always been happy, always been smiling, and just filling up the room, even if it was already full. So, you see, you hear her now, right? So, I'm just gonna introduce Miss Yamina from RCC.
Hi everyone, I'm also your host, but I'm also performing. My piece is called We Are People. I was born with brown eyes and skin that changed like the seasons. You see, I could metamorphosize myself without noticing who I was becoming. When I was younger, I despised my skin color and the traits I bared. I was ashamed of my brown eyes and my long brown hair, hips like the galaxy and the honey skin that engulfed me. Instead, I wanted to have blue eyes and blonde hair. I wanted to look like the women that I saw on TV. You see, I wanted someone to notice me. I never had many Hispanic female role models. I had Selena, J-Lo, and the novelas to look up to. Women who were stricken and beaten, forever a damsel of distress, always depicted as a white man's mistress. But see, in my heritage, it's more than just the way you dress. We grew up in machismo households. Ain't nobody eating till the man's home. But in the table, right, in the plate in front of his face, you see, society doesn't see this. They see brown backs hunched over fields, working hard just to feed the hunger in their bellies just to get a meal. I learned as I was growing how to have a respect for my people. Hablando en español, translating for my mother so the white men wouldn't twist her foreign mind. You see, I made sure she was never blind. You see, I was her eyes. My mother was shot and beat while working in the IE. 2 men came in and seized. She never fought back, she never did. I'm 23 now. I'm not so young now. I'm older and I see the amount of harassment my people get from others. I have fallen in love with my skin color. You see, I have fallen in love with my skin color. I do not wish to look like a Barbie. Hell, I'd rather be that sexy little mommy. Straight from the hood like my grandma and the women before me. Desert wanderers, witches, they called us, but we are the witches you could not burn. We embrace the fire burning into our skin while making corn into maíz on the fields of our people. Fall in love with your people, with the lessons and the blessings. We are more than just wetbacks and beaners. We are people. We are people. Thank you so much for the energy. Next up, we also have your lovely host, which is Geneva Burks. She is, like, she matched my energy. And y'all don't know, but if you know me, that's a lot of energy. Not only that, she's kind, she's hardworking, she's educated, and she is going to make something out of this world and out of herself. And I just want you all to really applaud her before she gets on the stage. So thank you.
This poem may sound a little bit familiar to some of y'all, but don't worry, I got something else at the end. This is called Compatible. You think because I'm 5'2", small with an attitude that I'm weak. You confuse my smile and my hopefulness for happiness, when in actuality, I'm fighting the everyday struggle of anxiety and constant mood swings. My anger is driven by many life experiences and psychological damage done to my emotions. I've learned the ins and outs of the constant lies and trickery people try to show on me on a daily basis. I'm not like the others. Rarely do I compare characteristics of myself with others because I was so kindly blessed and cursed with this unique mindset that God has embodied me with. Self-motivated, they express it loud, beautiful black woman, Miss Burks is who they know me as. I wasn't born in this world for imitations, which is why so many, even not a few, comprehend why I'm the person I am, nor the way I think and believe in things. Living and growing in a world that's this corrupt and chaotic, I've learned that life surely ain't no crystal stairs. Despite the evils that come my way, over time, I've been able to construct walls to protect myself from the forces that prohibit me from focusing and succeeding, in the most passionate way designated for me. Being angry isn't unnecessary. Yeah, I said it. That statement right there is exactly why my true friends stay my true friends to this day. My anger isn't supposed to be appealing, pleasing, or even satisfying if you want to get technical. So much pain and success has sprouted out of me from my negative emotion that society is so afraid to use. I apply pressure to a situation when one experiences my wrath. Yeah, I'm small, but hey, my disproportionate appearance is nothing compared to my firm mentality. My mind follows a set of very specific instructions. Because of this, I'm able to protect myself from external situations. Abuse, present. Scars, visible. Manipulated, always. Secrets, hidden. Judged instantly, loved unconditional. Yet, I'm still here because I've got a reason. And underneath all this beauty and intelligence and expressiveness, I will let no one stop me. I'm known to walk alone, and it's for a very specific reason. And knowing that, you rather choose to misperceive me when I'm vulnerable. From that moment on, I just snap like a Venus flytrap. Oh, but don't worry. The poison isn't always a bunch of curse words, eye rolling, or smart mouth yelling. Simply, I stand my ground. I get a stern look and simply execute you out of my life for good. So let me tell y'all something. I do what I want, I'm not discouraged, I don't care, and it's all a part of me. Trust and believe. I'll take what you say into consideration, but I don't have no time for no hateration. My thoughts can consume me like no other. The countless amounts of times I overthink a situation create storms in my life that blow up in my face. Fortunately for me, I'm a quick learner. I learn from my mistakes, I ache from my mistakes, and I bounce right back from them. When I say I walk alone, I mean it in the most deliberate way. In every step I take, I promise myself I'll be all right, especially since I've gotten this far. I believe in love, but not luck, because my blessings really have a hold of me. My faith never fails me, my mom's always right beside me, and my brother's blood heals me. This anger instilled in me wasn't taught nor learned. You think because white women don't get angry to the same degree as black women, my sisters are supposed to agree with the same protocol? Hell no. I'll be damned if I continue to let society, norms, and social constructs subjugate and neglect my truth. I will do whatever it takes to make that clear. I'm a queen with a little bit of savage. G, gorgeous, genuine young thing. E, enthusiastic, elegant, deeply. N, noble, and always neat. I, intelligent, idealistically humble. E, eager. V, vulnerable, but vicious. A, animated. I'm the nectar of this earth, the purest form of art, and my dark skin is always unapologetic.
Can you give it up one more time for Julia? So I just want to let you know that we are accepting donations throughout the night, and the donations are all to educate and empower our foster youth, and they go to the programs. So you could go to Moreno Valley College, Riverside City College, and also UCR as well. So we just wanted to let you know about that.
Yeah, I see you. Yeah, she knows she's next. So next we have another beautiful young Latino lady who I've known since I've begun my journey here at UCR. And from that moment on, I knew me and her were gonna ride this wave together, even though she did take a time out on me. But we have the lovely Nemesis.
Hi everyone. You know what? I wasn't gonna start with this poem, but I was walking outside and I put up my book, which my poem is inspired off of, and I actually found the plane ticket I bought when I came back from Chicago and decided to go back to school. So, look at it. Okay, my poem is called My Give You Tree, inspired from the Give You Tree. Once there was a tree, but I did not let you take my leaves to build crowns that you would later try and take crowns that were rusty and did not shine. You gave me crowns that were less vibrant so I wouldn't shine as bright as you. So instead I reject them and throw them back at your feet. And when he was tired, he would sleep in her shade. You slept like a baby, your head against my chest, like when I rested my head on her chest. Hearing my mama's heartbeat, it only lasted for a minute though, before I was pulled away from her like you pull away now. But time went by, and the boy grew older and the tree was often alone. So I refuse to let anyone hear my heartbeat ever again. I push you away from my trunk, from the roots that keep me stable upon this earth, for you were once too close to my heart, but I will never allow it again. Take my apples, boy, and sell them in the city, then you will have money and you will be happy. I let you take them all, my love, my patience, my virtue, and my dignity. I gave them to you hoping you cherished them, hoping you guarded them, but instead you sold them. You sold them, and for what? My friends sold their apples for drugs, but why did you sell mine? They were crisp and bright red, but when you sold them, they rotted and reeked of betrayal. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and the tree was sad. And at first I cried. I recalled the moments my parents left me and never came back, and when you stayed away, it broke me. But I will not shed these tears anymore. I will not cry and beg the heavens and earth. I refuse to beg for you or anyone ever again. The forest is my house, but you may cut off my branches and build a house. You stripped me of my branches and my shield, my protective cover keeping the thieves out. I was left standing with no way to guard my heart. But the boy stayed away for a long time. You left me rooted in the ground without protection. You let the wolves dwell with the lamb and the roses grow without thorns. You left me naked and cold on sleepless nights. Put down my trunk and make a bolt to the tree, then you can sail away. I let you go. I let you take my trunk, the one thing that was left, the one thing that hid my heart. Without my trunk, I was left vulnerable and exposed. I let you take my trunk so you could sail away, so you could go, and you took it without a doubt. You crossed the oceans and left me for anyone to hold. And after a long time, the boy came back again. You still had the nerve to come back. You came back after leaving me to fend for myself, after you had taken everything. After you had taken everything, you left me battered and bruised, naked and cold, broken and scared. I am sorry, sighed the tree. I wish that I could give you something, but I have nothing left. I am just a little stump. I am sorry. I still have mercy and grace. I gave you my forgiveness and love, but I am not your giving tree. I will not give you leaves to build me crappy crowns. I will not give you any more apples to sell. I will not give you my branches to build. I will not give you my trunk and leave myself exposed. I am not your giving tree. This tree, now regrown like a phoenix rising from its ashes, I am smarter and aware. I will not let another conniving wolf try and steal my heart. I will be a rose with tougher thorns. My love, my virtue, my patience, and my dignity will always be guarded. Now and forever I will guard my heart. Now I shake with happiness that I can hardly speak, and whisper to myself that I will always rise and grow into a bigger and more beautiful tree. And the tree was happy.
Next up, we have Melissa Salmeron Pedrosa from UC Riverside, and she's overall an amazing young lady, and I adore her. She's powerful. Her words are really powerful. She's also going to be coming up and performing again later, so be looking forward to that. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I would just give you guys a heads up. This is a trigger warning, so as Yamina and Geneva said, if you guys ever feel like uncomfortable, feel free to step outside and get some air. Unfortunately, foster care comes about a trigger warning, so just giving you guys a heads up. My piece is called Not Your Typical Love Story. We're safe now. He's gone and the glass on the floor has all been picked up. Mom is in the other room crying her eyes out, but keeps the door shut. Yeah, I know love. Love is hustling coins and change from under the couch to afford bologna sandwiches for dinner. Garage sales every weekend to pay the bills. It's dying vanilla frosting purple, her favorite color. So that baby doesn't ask why we don't have real food like the other kids' families do. Love is protecting mommy from daddy as he beats on her day and night, her screams on full blast as he leaves an array of green, blue, purple bruises. branded on her skin as she wore a mosaic of colors. It's the sound of police sirens and static walkie-talkies. It's when he tells you that this will be our little secret. It's the sounds of my cries being muffled by your masculine hand as the other deciphers my body as ever the fucking Da Vinci Code. Love is the sweat and breath that leave my body as I wake up in a panic because of my dreams at night. Sometimes my dreams become so real, I feel like I'm drowning. It's like I'm trying to breathe, but no air is entering my lungs. And that is how I feel when I love. Love feels like dying. That's probably why I'm pretty good at it. Because although I know that people will more likely disappoint me in the end, or in the worst scenario, fuck me over, I have no problem pouring my heart out because my love is unconditional. It's infinite. Sort of like my thoughts that haunt me on the way to class. Love is my anxiety on repeat. Tapping my fingers or snapping my thumbs because that's the only thing that I can control. Control your emotions. Control the way you feel. There's never a good enough excuse for breaking down in public. So forgive me if I don't say I love you. I wasn't given a manual on how when to say it. I can only go by what I saw and what I experienced so far. It was my mom choosing to love and embrace the drug life of her children. It was the system kicking and punching me, claiming to love and protect me. But most importantly, it was late night talks with the walls as I played a dangerous game of Russian roulette in my head, laughing at the faces of life and death. Love is dangerous. It comes with no rules, and it isn't fair. Love is one of the emotions that betrayed me before anyone else had the chance to.
See, I heard somebody say that was deep. I just want to take the time out to say it's so crazy because I've heard each and everybody's poems already, but a different wave of emotion is coming on me just hearing you guys like left and right, and it's just so special to me. Like, you know, I was telling Kenyon the other day in the car, don't do that, Kenyon, don't act like you're here. I was telling Kenyon the other day in the car how nobody really understands foster care except foster youth. No matter if you're a social worker, no matter if you're a guardian or whatever it is, we go through so much. So for us to get on this stage and just tell y'all what we going through, it means a lot. It means a lot. And for you guys to be here and hear our story, it means a lot. It means a lot. Because we know a lot of people don't think, oh, foster youth, we don't go to school, we can't get PhDs, we can't be actors, we can't do this, we doing it. We doing it. Take the time out to just let you guys know how special we are, how special each and everybody in this shit, and even the ones that's not performing, Asia, Latoya, Sade, Randy, the people who are not performing, you guys are special too. We're all just special. I just want to let you guys know that. On that note, I want to bring up the next artist. She brings the lights of the party to me. Me and her just found this newfound relationship. And her name is Monique, and she's, of course, going to come with you.
Love is being afraid to be alone. Love is being thought of as someone who is clingy. Love is being vulnerable to all the emotions and trauma we once pushed deep, deep inside. Being able to reach into that dark place, pull out who we are, and giving it a little TLC. Love is being ourselves and knowing that we are the best self when we are our truest selves. Being welcoming to support and motivation. Love is pure. Love is continuous, and it continues to grow. Like a plant that needs attention, water, and life. Like a cup of coffee, satisfying the smell, smooth and enjoyable. A good way to start the morning. Love is arbitrary and irrational, yet it makes us content and changes perspectives. A stomachache due to all those butterflies. Love isn't always great. Love has no face, it has no vision. But it is a dream, one that cannot be acquired but accomplished. Met one day in a haze of brown and red, one in a war zone and buried in the sea. Love is but the darkest thing. Your instinct says to run, but you just want to breathe. Love is what you hide from under your covers and hope it goes away. Love is tall and fairly thin, dark, like light roasted coffee beans. Generous and graceful, sweet and caring, yet cautious. Love has been hurt before, so it continues to be cautious. And it puts bandages over old scars. Love is emotional and overactive, always crying and in pain. Love is misunderstood and taken for weakness, but love is mine and I am love's, and love is perfect in my eyes. And love is you.
She might want that. We keep things like that, a lot of us do. So next up, we have Ronnie. Ronnie is, the day I met him, he set me in my place, and I kind of needed that day. So he's a very positive. He's also the CEO of Please Keep Breathing. He started a suicide awareness nonprofit, so please give it up for him. You can follow him on Instagram. Please Keep Breathing.
Hello, beautiful people. My name is Ronnie. So first off, I just want to say that love is an important concept to me, especially self-love. But love is not a reason to be naive. So a lot of my poems are pretty much about the same person. And although I'm honest with myself about the situation still sucks. So my poems are called An Ode to Bato. There's two. And I just want to kind of like warn you guys, they're pretty raw, they're pretty vulnerable, so please have an open mind. Okay? Can everyone hear me? Alright. I am a means to a nut. I am chill vibes, wrapped, and validated conversations. You don't love me, you love the thought of me and how I make you feel. Powerful, satisfied, and heard. As I submit myself to you and forfeit my masculinity, you gain esteem. You lack control over your life, so providing you with a false sense of control over me makes you feel purposeful. Damn me, damn my feelings. My significance to you diminishes the moment you ejaculate. The days of the week will go by, but by the weekend you'll hop in my DM with sweet nothings. You'll cast yourself away from your girlfriend for one night. We'll make fake love for an hour or so, and by the dawn we'll be gone. You won't remember I exist until you're horny again. You'll send me bullshit texts about how I'm the bro and how you appreciate me, but I know that's just your ploy to make me feel special. I keep going back because the dick is good, but you're a shitty person. He's an oversized t-shirt wearing, Raiders snapback hat rocking, Dickie shorts with long socks and Converse styling, blunt behind the ear stunting, malt liquor, beer drinking type of nigga. He's the type that will have you pause your sophistication and freeze your integrity. He has more ice than Elsa and charms that don't leave anyone feeling lucky. He says my name and I forget who I am and instantly become who he wants. He has this magic about him that has me accept his selfishness and lower the bar of how I should be treated. I provide him with fruit beneath the rhyme. I guess my diet consists of broken promises and sweet lies because I eat that shit up when it serves it.
I'm guessing at this point you guys just have got from the light to the deepness, all types of stuff. We actually want to thank Cecilia Alvarado from RCC. She's the dean, so you don't want to miss out on that. Thank you for coming and all the support. So next, we're gonna have Miss May Ebony. She is, before you get up, I just want to say you're so special to me. Every time I see you just walking down the street, even when you don't see me or when you're looking at me dead in my eyes and I'm waving and you're thinking I'm a weirdo, I just love seeing you walk across campus and I just love hearing your stories. So now you can come up.
There's one problem with the situation. I forgot my phone. There we go. There we go. I'm a forgetful person. Just give me a moment, okay? I just need a moment. Just talk. Please just talk. Don't zip your lips. Do not stop the flow of your words, because this is California and we're going through a drought and the rivers must flow. Is that even a joke? That's okay, because at least I said something, not nothing. Just talk, please. Just talk. Why do you try to hide? It's not just hard for you, it's hard for me too. Stuck between the sand and the earth, we never get to see the water that cleans us. So please let us dig ourselves up. Just talk. Please, just talk. The lightning strikes, yet we pretend to hear it. Because we're scared that the known will rule, the mystery that holds us together. The hope that lives in lies will shatter if we speak it, but we need to. We need to speak the truth. The truth that's stuck behind the clothes rack in the freaking closet, covered in dust and neglected, wanted of our attention. Why do we ignore it? So please just talk. Please just talk before our relationship rots away like a house that's never lived in. Before our care withers away like a garden never tended. Before our sharing goes away like 2 toddlers and 1 doll. Before our time slips away. Tick-tock like a stress-inducing arcade game with a countdown clock. So please just talk. Please.
So next up, we have a warrior of a woman coming up. She is graduating with her bachelor's in science and sustainability. You guys. You guys have no idea. It is a very small percentage of Boston youth that actually graduate from college, let alone graduate from high school and move on. And she has done it, so give her a big round of applause.
So I do have 2 poems. They're going to be back to back on the desk. I guess we're doing trigger warnings. They already did it. And so this first one's called Mother. The puddle of blood beneath my sister's body grows as she lay on the bathroom floor, fighting to end her life. I see her mostly lifeless body and a crimson liquid draining from veins she cut too deep, cool into a beautiful, perfect red puddle. I think to myself that she must have never saw the exit sign that I stared at every day. A sign showing the way away from that woman we called mother. A sign I thought maybe only meant for me since I was the only one running toward it. A result of her being out of her fucking mind and unknowingly destructive schizophrenic and a woman who seemed to be a mother was in sight. I started pouring myself drinks at the age of 10, a childhood alcoholic. No one could understand that this wasn't the first time I saw my sister bleed, and a number of times the cops came because blood dripped down the walls alongside the bloody screams. However, those were mostly from the beatings. It took them long enough. Eventually they came for you, but left me behind, not knowing in a couple of years' time they'd be visiting me on the streets, telling us where we could and could not sleep. Sometimes she sold herself to strangers and cried when we had nothing to eat, and I would pray to the God that never seemed to be there. I eventually stopped praying and later decided that there was no Savior from this life. I look into the mirror, no longer crying, my Savior is me. So the second one is called Dark Soul Shattered. I don't know where the love is. It's hiding under the rocks or at the bottom of the ocean. Perhaps it lays somewhere in the stars or at the tops of the highest mountains. On my journey, I've realized that darkened souls seem to make the perfect map to such treasure. And it must be that my soul is darkest of all. Increasingly attracting the false love of greedy men who torture me with fantasies of love for their own benefit. Diarrhea of words, a constipation of thought, words spilling, no pouring out of their beautiful, evil mouths, speaking without thinking, resulting in me believing and loving without good reason. But what used to be a plethora of pain became a veil of comfort, no longer a place, home became embodied, and I am destroyed by you. Like a bull in a china shop, you, the bull, and I, buying china, you shatter me to pieces.
Thank you. So now the next person who we have is special. I haven't even known him for this long, and I just feel like through his words, he just conveys how special he is, and he knows he's special. And you guys will speak for yourself. Let's welcome Romero to the stage.
Hi everybody. I just want to say, Geneva, that was an emotional speech. Thank you, I appreciate that. Wow, a lot of people. So I'm just going to be presenting one, and then I'll come back up and present another one. So this one's called New Life. Tears to your last goodbye. Caught myself from falling so I don't hurt myself and cry. Fingertips were the last thing to have a hold. Now back to the grip of my goals. And still I have a hole, but I'm just playing my part because I'm up next and I gotta play my role. Or else I'll get shot infecting you with a new toll. The disease was spreading, so I had to cut it off. I was getting sick of dealing with that cough. I had to sacrifice and make the bigger step. And though I have left, the piece of heart you gave me, it's promised those memories will be kept. Tiptoeing silently away from the rest, because the strength that was built alone brought out the best. I love you. Something I could not say. I couldn't let you know that because then I'd have to feel pain. Lonely nights of wanting you running back and forth with my brain. A price where shit wasn't right. Like you continuing to control my life. The roots of all evil, and I can't afford those restless nights. You made your decision, and since I know we can't be friends, at least our lives didn't come to an end. And I'm sadly happy to say that sadly happy to say that I didn't bend like alloy steel, but the more I accept it, the more I don't feel. You call it numb, but I think I'm more worried to become homeless knowing my mom is gone. And I did it for my family, so I gotta move on. And I've grown, and I hope you're proud I built my own home with no worries of being alone. And you can't blow it down, huff and puff, but I'll just leave you with a frown. Cause my house, my base and foundation is stuck to the ground. I don't cry, I can't cry, I won't cry. Keeping it real, no more lies, no more ties. I won't call anymore, so this is goodbye. This is a new life.
Okay, so now we have Miss Ashani back on the stage.
This one's called Divine. I done told y'all before that I gotta stay me. I hate to freestyle because I love to sit and think. And I'm a poet, some might say. I'll show it in a way. I give it up to Q because he showed me it's okay to be raw with the pen. Every day I'm living. KRS-One said that continent's a given. We create, and I won't make what I hate. Because all of me is put into my lane, and I see greatness. Seeping through my pores, my fellow boys and girls. Melanin is a fact, and do some research for the soul. And ain't no way that I'm content about where my family's been. Because everyone's been humble while the savage has been eating. On and on until the crack of dawn. And if you didn't know about it, but you know now, that my lyrics be ill. Who really be real? Who really come hard? Who gon' hit you with that feel? Shaking, I'm a god. Every person's flawed. Peace into my people. I've been working this is the start of something new. And I've been trying to get the group to find it in their heart to become something like the truth. Become love. Their royalty, that's Kendrick. Gotta change the mindset, do the physical is given, live big, large. Yeah, it's something like a vision, but you gotta pay it forward. But the ones that have been listening in this lifetime, it's who to be kind. I like this divine, they prosper in time. Yeah, that's that real spirit, that Lord and Hilton. I'm coming raw, and you gon' feel it in your spirit, your spirit, your spirit.
So next up, we have Melissa and Jesse Blackburn. So please give it up for them. Jesse's gonna be on the guitar and Melissa's gonna be singing something as well.
Squad.
Please give it up for them.
Every day, it's the same. The alarm clock rings at 6 a.m. You make our way to the bathroom to get ready. You look in the mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the ugliest in them all? You. We are raised to look a certain way. Barbie and Ken are the American dream. Tiny waist, rocky bod, white skin, all of a sob. Or is it? Because yes, I think that we are broken and society's rules are stupid, but I have no rule to say because at the end of the day, I still care what you think. I know I was born the way God created me, and I shouldn't have a problem with that. But when I run the hallways, all I hear is damn, you're ignorant that. But I'll let you finish that sentence. And I don't know if I should be offended or glad, because you know, he's all about that bass note treble. Wow, Riz made the song so subtle. No, all guys want a female shaped like an old-fashioned Coca-Cola bottle, but you know, minus all the calories. I exit the bathroom and walk to my bedroom and
things that I miss. I open up Instagram and the first thing I see is covered up with Maybelline. Another ad that teaches young girls and teens that with 10 pounds of makeup, you can get rid of your insecurities. A little bit of blush to bring back the warmth to your cheeks after you've been starving yourself for weeks. A smudge concealer to mask the dark circles. To mask the dark circles, the evidence shows that you haven't gotten enough sleep. Contemplating if life is really worth living. And finally, a splash of bright lipstick to sugarcoat and sweeten up the bitter poisons of lies that jerk through your mouth every time you speak, wanna be, gotta be, have to be sneezed. But media only portrays my body shape to be beautiful. That's probably why I think I'm not useful. Expecting expectations that are impossible to achieve. That's probably why men choose to be free the wrong way. Because the words you said had the power to tear her down, to scar her mind with incurable wounds. You made her feel useless, peeling away her layers of confidence and stripping her of beauty. So as she sits there, asking why she wasn't good enough, she takes a last breath. Because beauty was in the hands of the beholder, but the beholder didn't know she was beautiful, and to that we can get farther you can. The imperfections you thought were imperfect were not mistakes, they made up who you are. If only you knew how your style lit up the room, you were as bright as the sun and everyone revolved around you. So mirror, mirror on the wall, who's beautiful just the way they are? You. And that is what I wish you knew.
Give it up for Jesse and Melissa. That was amazing. It's been working on that stage, so it is really great to see it all come together. Next up, we have Romero coming up once again to finish up another piece of his performance. All right, so give it up for Romero.
Alright, so this one's called Miss Me. One more time. I want to hold you just one more time. These feelings are killing me slowly, but if I just had one more time. Thinking about how fast it made them fly, or how life can change in just a blink of an eye. Late night wondering why, or how I'm just so tired of saying goodbye. And I just want to hold you close, like a child does a blanket at night when they feel cold, or how they hold a teddy bear when they feel alone. But this teddy bear is gone, and this blanket won't warm me knowing that I have to grow without the comfort of your arms. You see, I'm just an ugly duckling trying to fit in, not knowing what families are here for me and which ones I pretend in. But Ohana means family, and family means nobody gets left behind. But if you ever leave, my memories with you won't ever die. Still I'm lost and I feel alone, and this pain sucks, so I have to let you go. I can't keep dwelling on the fact that the joy you bring isn't here and I'm losing control. So can I plant this tree? Inhaling all the oxygen that helps me breathe, like owning up to my fears and letting others know that it's okay to shed some tears. With these failures making me crumble up like paper, never being the same, making mistakes like I just wrote in the pen, trying to correct it with an eraser. But it's all divine, no matter the failure, because I see success in my eyes. You made a warrior every time I sat back and cried. I miss you, and I want to be with you. Sitting at the edge of the bed like maybe one day I'll reminisce with you. I'm worried about you. I'm worried that I'll be too late. I'm worried that these demons will determine my fate. Worried that all the love is gone, even when you said to keep your heart strong. Worried that I'll just grow cold, sitting on top of the mountain like I made it, but trust no one to each his own. Living in a world where nothing is wrong, where love is just a word manipulated to gain trust and be fun. And it's cruel. One day it's meant, the next day you look like a fool. But they only want to be there when you make it through. Like, yeah, I was there when you had no food. When you were sleeping in the van, taking your sister to school. Making sure you know how to deal with the bullies in school. Clowning you because you wore the same torn shoes. Like, hey, yo, look, ain't you talking? I think it's hungry. I think it wants some food. But I'm steady talking like, Mama, I'm ready to make some moves. I'm tired of being moved from school to school. Like them grades are what defines me, still looking like a fool. Pain is beauty and beauty is pain. So to all y'all who said I couldn't make it, I'll invite y'all to my grave, where the flowers aren't picked and the butterflies sit. And the ones that said, fuck you, you ain't shit. Those days were full of rain, believing in every word, making me feel insane. But thank you to the ones who understand my true pain, the ones that cared despite any mistake I made. And if you fake believed in me, it's okay, because I'll still pray for y'all, even if y'all ain't praying for me. And one day you'll see, like getting baptized in holy water, but this time in the blood I bleed. And there won't be any time machine. So when they bury me, I hope you look up to the sky, remembering all those times, saying, one more time. I want to hold you just one more time.
So now we're gonna have my baby back up. Monique, she's gonna come back up and show us what she's working with once again. You're out.
So someone told me what love is. Love is the unconditional trust you put in someone that you're vulnerable with. You love someone when you can hug them knowing they can crush you in an instant without crying. Oh shit, that was me. That they can crush you in an instant without any repercussion. Love is very different from lust. Lust comes from what you see with your eyes, and love comes from what's behind them. Lust comes from instinct, and love comes from nurture. Love is those moments that I think about you, and I say that I miss you. And I say that I'm sorry. I didn't mean to miss you. Love is missing those people that are gone. Friends that were real, but you always felt like you didn't belong. I'm sorry, but I'm glad you're here. Because love is making up those broken pieces. And I just want to hug you and tell you I'm sorry, because love is what I feel. Love is knowing that those people are gone. Left to the force. Said you were going to come back and you didn't. You left me there. I was helpless. I was already gone. Love is knowing that even if you don't come back, I know that what you did was for somebody else, because you love them just as much as you love me. And it's okay that you're not here, but I will always miss you, and my love is ever so dear. Like I said, no words can ever say I'm sorry for the love that I took from you, the love that I didn't give back, but I was just scared. Sorry, but I love you guys so dear, and I'm glad that you guys are here. Love isn't something I can tell you that I feel at this moment, but I know that through everything and every struggle, your love was real.
I know we've been tugging at your heartstrings. We hope you still love us. Alright, everybody. Thank you all for sitting through this, and I know it's been a little bit of an emotional roller coaster. We have a couple performances left. Just want to let you know, anybody outside, please just keep a little quiet, to make sure that the audience can hear the performances. And then next up, we have Nemesis coming up again. She's going to finish the performance. Please give it up for her. She's really hard-working woman. Give it up for Nemesis.
Hi. Okay, so I don't really cuss much, but there's this saying that someone always tells me, and I really needed it right now, and I was telling myself, and I was sitting there, so Mom, Dad, close the children's ears. myself, I'm a bad bitch. So, that is my take. And so I would like for you guys to say it with me this one time. And so always remember to say it to yourself. So at the count of three, one time. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm a bad bitch. Okay, so background on my poem, What's Called Love is by He Riot. He Riot is actually a different word, but it is a word that means a place that is home, but it's a non-existent home. This 4-letter word, it's so small, L-O-V-E, love. And the emotion so beautifully intertwined between so many, it is what I strive to find. It is a riot that cannot come back to my non-existent home, created in my head where everything is beautiful and bright. It is where I escape. As we are given life, all we know is the bright light we see. Growing, thinking, this life, it isn't so bad. We get to play until dawn, eat whatever we want, do whatever we feel like, and where are my parents? Nowhere to be found. We didn't even see it coming the moment we were taken away. I was 7 meeting my parents, but they said our home was detrimental. They always smoked weed and got wasted. They didn't want us to be around that, but they didn't understand. Taking away the 2 most important people, shattering that light I was born with, taking away the few drops, the only drops of love that belonged to me. I remember moving into her house, my grandma. She truly was an angel in disguise, wearing white, but inside she was a nightmare that would never go away. Dragging me from my hair through the hallways, taking my little brother's head under the water, the white candle meeting my arm, her hands, feet, sandals, anything within reach, beating all 7 of us as we screamed for help and no one came. Not trying to let our tears roll down our cheeks, but still they flowed from all the pain. She broke our hearts, but still told us she loved us. She took our hope, not letting us think things would get better. She took our power, making us give it to her. Most importantly, she took our love and filled our hearts with hate. Manipulating us to do what she wanted, her anger rising if we questioned her, feeling her wrath if we refused to listen. Lying to us to get the truth out, competing for protection from her, making us think that it was how love worked. We accepted it, for it was the only love we had and we would ever receive. I was feeling in love because they walked away. My parents, the 2 people who were supposed to love me unconditionally, made sacrifices on a daily basis and put me first. They walked away first, and the first man I loved, he did too. Told me I didn't know how to love. I wondered why. No one ever said there was a right way. Never told me that arguing wasn't normal, that manipulation was wrong. I thought all that mattered was that I still loved you. That I had given you the last 2 years, that I still tried to love better. He let me go and it broke me. I became Cinderella's glass slipper, shattered against the floor, so I wandered into the garden and found him. He took my hand, mended my cuts and wounds, made sure to wrap them tightly, told me he loved me, held me as I was scared, making sure I was never afraid. I knew it was all too good to be true. Because then he let me go. He ripped me, tricked me, and watched me fall. I crawled after him. I crawled after his love. I wasn't lightened with him or with the one he had pretended to be. But I was too late. I was of no use anymore. He was tired of me, so he kicked me and watched me as I cried tears of rage and mockery because someone else had left me again. I was lost in the sea of darkness when he showed up, my own blood. He was like my brother. Told me I was like his sister too. I reminded him of my mom, yet he still took my everything. Driving out my Rotoro when he overpowered me, he came inside my body, reaching and ripping my heart out. Stripping me of all my self-love and self-worth as I cried because I was scared. I didn't understand why. Why did it always happen to me? They all broke me. Everyone who was supposed to love me, cherish me, and hold me. My parents, my siblings, and my whole family, and the few that I loved. They all failed me, each and every one, leaving me in this ineffable pit of darkness I just sank deeper and deeper each time. All I wanted was someone to love me, to cradle me, and to kiss me, and to hold me, and never let go. So why was it so hard to find? This love always escaped into my riot, where everything was promising and bright. Never having to look for love, for it was right within my grasp. The thing is, it's non-existent, not real, so I was always snapped right back into reality. You see, I still look for love. The only difference being that I choose me. I choose me this time and not you. Because loving you will only hurt me. It will break me, make me cringe, and make me cry like you did before. So now I know to never look back. To never look for a love within anyone, especially a man, because that love is nowhere to be found.
That
strings and tell her that she has to write a book. You guys agree with me? She has to write a book? I agree. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much to all of you for sitting through this. We only have 2 more performances. Next up, we have your lovely host again, Jenny Berg's coming up. She's going to come up and fill the stage. She was our second to last performance, so please give it up for your lovely host, okay? Please.
I'm actually not a nervous person, but because this song strikes my heart so much, I'm nervous right now, so I'm nervous. Take it off. What is love? Many definitions, but one vague, destructive ass feeling. Love is all the painful nights I have to stay up because of you. Crying and frying my brain out because of you. Love is keeping my mouth shut when I knew it wasn't the right thing to do. Love protecting you when I couldn't even protect myself. Love is feeling the excruciating bruises and scars from the shower water with a mixture of salt water that escapes my eyelids. Love is denying my self-worth so that you, who remain content doing everything you knew was wrong. Love is laughing when I knew crying wasn't an option. Smiling when I knew my heart wouldn't allow it. Love was begging for my mother's wisdom and my father's protection when I knew my flame was giving out. Love is waking up in the morning with my mind dripping blood because of the severe impact of my overwhelming thoughts pressuring my brain. Love is manipulating, making me believe that I was noticeable in the darkness and invisible in the light. But in actuality, my heart began increasing hope in the darkness. Love is a cancer, not worth battling the intoxicating stages of it for. The love spread throughout my entire body, giving me the impression that I would feel captivated throughout my last days. Unfortunately, I'm misinterpreting love's absolute goal, which is still in progress as I speak. Love is a cage that traps all and any other emotions that your mind allows it to have. Jealousy is surely its twin. Love is standing at the balcony at 12, 2, and 4 o'clock in the morning, waiting for the Lord to take me with him to the heavens, listening to Dorinda Clark's quote, "I've got a reason." Love is staring into the blank space, reminiscing on the soft kisses you gave me in the morning before you left, hoping that by the end of the day, the sweet feeling and the aroma would recycle itself into my perplexing dreams. Was I not here to you? Was I not here to any of you? The everyday struggle of hiding my sadistic pain put my vocal cords in a coma. Every single time I felt and thought I'd make it out, the relapse surely pulled me back in. At that point, I questioned my strength realistically for the first time in my life. Love is a failed system of pleasure, manipulating my mind all the way to my heart. Love is giving you countless chances, hoping for a new and improved love. Love is an intangible feeling, scratching at my soul until my insides rot. I asked you for love, but instead you gave me everything but that. Love is being the only one who experiences such pain and still gets blamed for the lacerated sensitivity I can't get away from. Love is my life. A life I will never get away from. Why? Because I choose not to. Love is a life I will never allow my children to live, protecting them at any cost because protection is the golden ticket. The truth is, I never received love, not my father's love, nor my insignificant other's love. Instead, I consumed jealousy and digested selfishness. The truth is, Janita doesn't want to live like this. I've been relaxing with no high, giving generously with no warning label, replacing my diamonds with expired gems. I can never give up standing on these 10 toes. I just ask over and over and over, can we just pick up where we left off? Because to find another like you will be a ripoff. It's time for me to become my own lover and let go of this drug you injected me with called love. It's time for me to dispose of the broken firewood that cannot provide me with the same warm comfort it originally used to produce. Believing in myself is my only choice. Fighting for a better life is my only choice. Creating a path for success is my only choice. Most of all, loving me is my only choice. last but not least, Miss Janina. And this poem is actually my favorite poem out of all of our poems because for some reason, this poem resonates with me every single time I hear it. So now it's time for you guys to hear it.
Won't you do that to me? They all do it to me. So this piece is called Cardboard Dreams, and I am the last performance of the night, so I hope you enjoy this. I came through with a dollar and a dream. I'm trying to make something out of me. I'm trying to build something out of me. I'm trying to build something out of my dreams. I came through with a dollar and a dream. I'm gonna make something out of me. I'm gonna build something out of me. We're gonna build something out of our dreams. You see, you might not know this by first glance, but see, my daddy had a tendency of getting mad. Colliding energies and broken glass, emergency rooms. I grew up too fast. I guess we grew up too fast. Head between my knees, I can only pray that this doesn't last. Fast forward to park benches and cardboard boxes, malnutrition. Mama, I was sleeping out of those boxes. I'm learning that I cannot hate you for the life that God dealt you. You knew no better. Voicemails of apologies for walking out on me, but Mama, I think I found the God in me. I think I found the God in me. You see, the path that you forced me on forced me to fall, to bounce back with full force. I would have never ended up here if you hadn't held back. I had your blood pouring through me, so how can I hate you for the life that God dealt you? All I can do now is pray for you. You see, we came through with a dollar and a dream. We're trying to make something out of me. We're trying to build something out of me. I'm trying to make something out of my dreams. I came through with a dollar and a dream. I'm trying to make something out of me. I'm trying to build something out of me. I'm trying to make something out of my dreams. Out my dreams. Out my dreams. Foster youth that came to support us, to the social workers that showed up, to all of our staff that have looked out for us. Jeremy, Johnson, I don't know what all of you are. I don't know what all of you are. We are so grateful. Next up we have Cheyenne, and she will be giving you some final remarks for tonight, okay? Thank you so much.
Go ahead and give everyone that performed tonight a big round of applause. So I'd like to firstly thank everyone for coming out and supporting these scholars, including me. You are all very crucial to the success and the program and the foster youth. Your donations are a crucial element of our educational success and for these students. There are tables outside for RTC, mobile, and UCR that you can give your individual donations. Tonight, these youth dug deep into their souls. So now, I would like you to take out your wallet and dig into the wallet.